a couple of days ago was July 1st, and there are new building laws that have gone into effect as of July 1st. As of every year about this time, there's new updates and everything that's going on. So why don't you go into a couple of the new laws that are in effect as of July 1st?
Sounds good. Some of the rules that they did were like the building code, maybe regulate private residence elevators and authorize officials to create fumigation rules were the ones that came into effect. So what they've done as far as private residencies, you have to meet a minimum distance requirements between the hoistway, so like the elevator shaft doors and the edge of the landing sill for swinging and sliding doors. And you also need to have your doors or gates that can withstand a force of 75 pounds. So that's something new there. You have to meet minimum distance requirements between the landing door and the car door or the gate. And there's also a device that stops downward motion of the elevator car under certain circumstances. You have to allow some low voltage landscape lighting to be installed by a non-licensed electrical contractor. It also says that you need to confirm that a specific type of pool alarm meets the safety requirements for residential pools. A type of alarm that's placed in the pool and makes a sound when it detects an accidental or unauthorized entrance into the water. It also requires a contractor and alarm system monitoring company to tell a property owner about any obligations to register their alarm system. Requires the Florida Building Code to mandate 2 fire service access elevators in all buildings above a certain height. So some really good stuff as far as, just more safety, I think, requirements that come along with it.
And due to Britain doing their thing that they did and it affecting the stock markets and everything, the interest rates actually went down a little bit.
Yeah.
So now is a perfect time to buy. And there is an article that came out this week that said that home affordability, that the green light is starting to turn yellow.
Yeah.
And what that means is that as the prices are increasing a little bit, that it's going to get a little bit more difficult for the first-time home buyer to buy a home. If you're renting right now, you can probably have your house payment that would be less than what your rental payment is, or pretty stinking close to it. And then the other big thing that comes up when people think, oh, I can't buy, is that it comes up because you think that I don't have the down payment.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways around it. We've talked about it, numerous times. We can get the lenders. There's different programs.
Right.
We can ask the sellers. So there's a lot of things that make it possible for you to do it.
You might have to only put $1,000 or so down, and then you're actually able to not have to put anything down. I mean, that's more the rare, but usually a couple of thousand or so we can make it happen. But if you've got 5 or 10,000 or 10 or 15, it makes it even easier. But there are a lot of programs that we have out there. Minimum credit score that you need is probably in the neighborhood of 640 for some of these to work. And then that's the other thing. People always think their credit score is actually worse than what it is. So the best thing to do is to actually have us, have one of our partners check it for you. Yeah. And then when they check it, then you'll know whether or not you actually can qualify or what you need to do to qualify, because many times it's a lot less than you actually ever thought that it would be.